Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron here, New Life Pentecostal Church, Albany, Georgia. I want to do a book review on something that's rather unique of its kind, and it is an Apostolic Pentecostal Theology. This is done by Dr. Nathaniel Wilson. Many of you know him. He's got a doctorate in theological sciences. Back in the day up in Flint, Michigan, I think they had 5,000 to 7,000 people get the Holy Ghost in just a few years' time. Many ministers came out from under his ministry. And then he went and started a church in Sacramento, which is really a flagship mega church in the Pentecostal movement there in Elk Grove, Illinois, a suburb of Sacramento. Now he's founder and president of Apostolic School of Theology, which is, because of accreditation, is becoming known as Wilson Pacific University. And so he basically just took humanity, kind of the way Cogito Ergo Sum, back in the day. Just let's break everything down. Let's start with what is, how do we know things are, what exists, what doesn't exist, what's the nature of reality, and moves upward from there. Kind of has a little feel not only of Rene Descartes, but also Francis Schaeffer in that respect, and comes up with a fresh biblical apostolic theology. Now I'm going to tell you, one of the greatest things about this book is it may be the only book of theology that I have ever read to where every time I read it, I feel refreshed. It has brought God immanent into my life, and knowing that He is immanent and willing to work in other people's lives. Fantastic. Dr. Wilson, his grandmother was at Azusa Street, long line of Pentecostals. His wife, Sister Mary Wilson, one of the greatest ladies you could ever meet. She comes from one of the most amazing Pentecostal families. We need to do a biography just on that. Her family with all those girls, she's married to Dr. Wilson, and her sister was married, Sister Joy Haney to Kenneth Haney, and then Sister Magruder, Priscilla Magruder, married to Carol Magruder, and just an amazing lifestyle of sacrifice by Mary Wilson's parents. But everything they do for the work of God. He's the general editor of the upcoming Premier Study Bible that's coming out. This is a big buy. I would get this, and it's done by Insignia Publications, and Matt Jones just does a great job. I'm sure you can go to the WPF website, get this. I know he rolled it out at the WPF convention. It retails for $42.95 because it is a massive book, well over 500 pages if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, hardback, very nicely done. It's nicely done. Even the book itself, beside the dust jacket and everything, it retails $42.95. He was going to bring like 50. They told him to bring 100. Then they convinced him to bring 200. I think they convinced him to bring 300. And he sold out of the 300 that was there. So what can I say? I can't say more good things about this book. Definite by Apostolic Pentecostal Theology. At the beginning, some of it because of his intellect, some of the words are rather large. You might find it just a little difficult to wade through. He really, as far as readability, hits a sweet spot around page 20 or something. But the other stuff's great too. And you can see it's recommended by all these Christian leaders on the back. And who read it pre-pub. So Dr. Wilson, Brother Wilson, you have done a great job. Appreciate his love for truth and his friendship. He's just a great guy. So God bless you. An Apostolic Pentecostal Theology. I'd get it if I were you.